Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of On Point, your bi-weekly podcast brought to you by REM Times. I am Megha Anthony, the senior editor, and today we're talking about digitalization in community management. Now, when it comes to community management, digitalization can play a powerful role in optimal resource management, streamlining services, and improving the overall quality of life. Now, in Dubai, we are witnessing many platforms where digital community management solutions have been driving the change and ensuring that digital services reach our homes and communities as well. But today, we're shifting the spotlight onto Saudi Arabia. And what importance does digitalization in community management hold out here? Now, giving us insight into this topic is our guest speaker, Mr. Badr Essam Hanbazaza, who is the Director of Community Management. Now, he brings with him over 17 years of extensive experience in the real estate management industry. And he has been using advanced technologies for a while now to engage the residents and owners within a new development. So welcome, Mr. Badr, and thank you so much for taking time out to be with us today.
Thank you, Mian. Thank you to Real Estate Management Platform for having me on that specific topic. It's a pleasure to me. Thank you, and pleasure to meet you as well.
The pleasure is all ours, sir. Now, coming to today's topic. Now, community management in the kingdom is still in its infancy stages. So with this respect, what does digitalization really mean in this sector as compared to other regions?
Okay, community management in KSA is at the end of the infancy stage, we can say, because it's a two parts. So the digitalization in community management will help in improving the delivery of service to the customers or the delivery of experience to our customers. When you have everything in digitalization or in digital platforms, you will have a unified records, you will be having unified customer information, you will be able to pick up the customer and reach to a customer or deliver your experience the way the customer is expecting it and beyond. So the digitalization in the region has helped in developing the relationship between the developer and the owner of the property or the end user, especially in community management. And it has helped as well in minimizing the waiting times, also minimizing the lack of knowledge to the people and the lack of knowledge of the process and the operational aspects on that as well.
So my next question is, what measures can one take to maximize this impact of digitalization in the sector?
The most important measure in digitalization that should be taken in consideration before implementing the digitalization platform or whatever of digitalization you're going to implement, especially when it is towards a customer, okay? It has to be beneficial and easy to the customer. So what's the benefit of me buying a digitalized platform as an organization to provide it to my customer, and then by the end of the day, the customer is not using it, or the customer is complaining that it is extremely complicated or it is extremely not working very well. This is the first important one. The second important measure is that it has to be an openly integrable platform that can be integrated with your ERP systems, which is the big two, Oracle or SAP. If you got an application that does not work with the ERP or does not work with your core systems of the organization, this will cause a gap. And that gap will cause a bubble with the customer, and that bubble will start growing, and then it will burst on the organization, and the problem will happen by providing the customer an affected experience or a dissatisfying experience. As well as when we implement a service or a digitalization service, we need to have all the perfect technical aspects on place and the perfect alternative plans in place as well. So we have seen many organizations has implemented digitalization in community management, and they have removed the human element. From a customer perspective and from a customer point of view, we always say that a human interaction is always needed, especially when it comes to a customer problem. One of the digitalization solutions that has been implemented once upon a time, which is when you call on the IVR system, the integrated voice recording system for the call centers. When you call, instead of pressing the buttons, they have innovated something called the voice recognition system, okay, where the customer should tell the machine what he wants, and the machine shall recognize and link him to the. I'm giving an example, okay? So, and the machine should link him to the person he wants to contact. For example, if he wants sales, the machine should take him to the sales through the voice recognition. By the end of that experience, which is last only for 6 months, the people stopped calling that company or stopped calling the call center, and they started coming to the center, having fights in the center or in the company's offices, because when you call and the voice does not understand what you are saying, then it will tell you another command that will become hilarious. The customer will start shouting and the machine is not recognizing what he's saying. So it becomes like, a fight over the phone with the machine or with a digital service. So this is what we call it, implementing digitalization in the wrong way.
I think I've personally faced that as well. So I totally
Yeah, same here,
relate.
by the way. Yeah. It is an extremely, for example, if you call the bank, you say credit card service, and it tells you credit services. Credit card services, open account. Oh my God. No. Yeah, it is hilarious.
Yes, but I believe that now the banking sector is removing that feature, because I guess they've realized that, that it's really not helpful.
Completely. And again, due to the non-testing of digitalization or non-understanding of the customer need for that digitalization, it's not a matter of the luxury of having the digitalization within the organization, okay? It's the luxury of what my customer needs and how I can implement that. If I do understand what my customer needs and how I can implement that, then I can do that implementation of service.
Absolutely. I think that comes to my next question. There's so much interest in, the fundamental nature of digitalization. And today we are seeing an increasing number of products and solutions that are available in the market. So what would you suggest, or what kind of criteria do you have personally before selecting the right digital solutions?
Okay. The first of all is, or the first criteria we do is that we get to do a customer need segmentation, where we publish a survey, we see where is our weaknesses, okay, and where are the gaps that we have within the organization, that if we implemented a digital solution, this will decrease that gap or eliminate that gap. Second of all, on the existing services, we look at the life cycle of the progress itself or the process itself that take, if it's being done manually. For example, if you are coming to pay your invoice and we're telling you you should come to the office to pay your invoice. This is an example. And when you come to the office, it takes you, let's start the journey from scratch, from zero. It takes you that you have to take an excuse from your work. You have to wake up in the morning, you have to start your car, you have to come to the office of the company. And then when you come to the office of the company, okay, you have to wait and then the office of the collection opens. So you see how the cycle is big?
Yeah.
And the cycle is a bit boring and it's starting to be annoying to the customer. Then if we implemented, for example, a unified payment system platform, digital platform. So, and the customer have a unique customer ID where he just easily by the end of the month enter to that platform. He puts his customer unique ID, then his bill comes out, and then he just simply pay it with credit card. Okay. If we did a zoom in on the payment process, okay. When we do a zoom in, we find out that he's paying with a credit card. This means he should put in the digits of the credit card and puts in the information of the credit card, okay? Then there is a part of an enhancement we can do in this digitalization platform, which is adding such as Apple Pay, adding such as save my credit card information, and a trustworthy medium gate in between. So the customer won't have a doubt that you are the one who's collecting the money and you are the one who's receiving the money. So this is a small example on what's the measures we are using to implement a new service or to add a digital service in community management.
I think one of the main challenges that often one, faced even here in Dubai, I often get to hear is when we do digitalization, one often doesn't know what to do with the data that we get from there. So what is your opinion on, how to utilize the kind of data that you get from implementing these solutions for your services?
Okay, the data we get from the customers, we use them to understand, to have a better understanding on your customers, okay? So when you have a better understanding on the people you are going to deal with or the people you are serving, okay, definitely you will be, we call it behavior understanding. If you understand your customer behavior, you will be meeting the customer expectation. If you met the customer expectation, you will be ending with a very reputational service that being provided into your customer. So using the customer data in a beneficial way by understanding the customer behavior, understanding the customer needs, understanding the repeatancy of the service usage, the points of improvement that we can use to improve the service being provided to our client by using digital platforms or digital service or digitalization.
Thank you so much, Mr. Badr. On that note, we have to end our discussion today, but we got some really key insights and a lot of key takeaways, especially when it comes to maximizing one's living experience with the help of digitalization, of course. So thank you once again for being a part of On Point.
Most welcome, and it's a pleasure.
So with that, we come to the end of the episode, and we sure hope you enjoyed this one. We encourage you to leave your comments below, and you can hear us on SoundCloud or hear us directly on our social media handles or even our website, that is www.remtimes.com. Until next time, this is it from On Point.